First-round action in the Western Conference playoffs continues with Game 4 here on EA Sports. We're at Vivint Smart Home Arena in downtown Salt Lake City. Tonight, it'll be the Utah Jazz taking on the Memphis Grizzlies. With Jay Williams, I'm Ed Cohen. Jay, you look at the Jazz as they enter play. They lead this series 2-1 with a chance to get a step closer to moving on at home in Game 4.
And this has been a back-and-forth seesaw kind of series. It's had a little bit of everything, though. But I think Game 4 is where the rubber starts to meet the road. This is where the intensity really starts to pick up, and I think we'll see that tonight.
Finishing inside the paint on that one.
Contact on a drive can be a beautiful thing. Making those tough shots can really help you build a mental advantage over your defender.
And the finish at the rim.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Utah ball. To Favors. Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
You feel that? I see the confidence building.
To Jaren Jackson. Right. Whistled for the foul. Chance coming up at the free throw line.
Trust me, you want to avoid early foul trouble. Take that one as a warning.
First one, count it. And he makes them both. Mitchell with the basketball. Looking to make something happen. Conley. To Joe Ingles. Has a chance, and he hits.
You see, you can't actually get mesmerized by the ball. You actually have to focus on the dribbler's belly button. I know that may sound cheesy, but trust me, he can't go anywhere without his core.
To Jaren Jackson. Josh Jackson. Good look that time, but off the mark. Donovan Mitchell with the rock. To Favors. Scores from the post.
Old school equals high percentage.
To Jaren Jackson. Josh Jackson. Oh, good defense by the Jazz as they come away with the steal. To Favors. Oh, nice find for the basket.
D. Favors may never become the star that some of us expected him to be for a guy taking 3rd overall in the 2010 NBA draft. But what he has done is build himself a very solid NBA career by being a strong, low-post presence.
Josh Jackson. Lets it fly from long range. Off the mark. No good. Conley into the front court. 10-4 is the score. Joe Ingles to Conley. 5 to shoot for Utah. No good. No daylight. Great defense.
And that's how you close out on a shooter with a sense of urgency. The shooter was more worried about his landing space than he was the shot.
Jaren Jackson to right. Nothing going here on that drive. And the rebound taken in by the Jazz. Conley into the front court. Up by 6. Work it down to Favors. No good. Defense catching a break there. Nice follow-up on the dunk there.
If you didn't dunk that, then we would have to talk about it.
Rudy Gobert swats it.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
Runner's good there.
Attack mode isn't a switch that you can just turn on and off. He needs to do more of that. We need to see him penetrate, get into that lane, and create.
Now the Grizzlies will use a timeout as they'll talk things over here in the first quarter. Off the penetration, almost, but no good.
Woo, I like that intensity on that play. That's how you actually dig in the dirt and do your job on the defensive end.
Here comes the screen. He was smothered and still gets it to go down.
The pro game has really come down to PNRs. Let's see how the defense adjusts.
Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
People become so fixated on the hands or the arms or the strengths of the arms. I look at the legs. The strength of his legs help him power through that play. That's how you get and ones.
Free throw good. A three-point play, and they're back within single digits, down by 9. Donovan Mitchell with the rock to Favors. Joe Ingles. Curling inside. Mike Conley, 2 for 2. That's what you want.
It looks like he's using his ball handling to feel the game out. I know it looks like he's just playing around out there trying to get the fans going. That is true, but he's also finding his rhythm.
A drive to the basket, but it somehow stays out across the timeline. It's Conley. It's an 11-point game. Here comes the screen. Conley to Joe Ingles. Baseline drive. Cashes in for 2.
For any fans out there that thought Donovan Mitchell didn't put any stock into the fact that he was not the Rookie of the Year, you are wrong. Donovan Mitchell was that type of guy that uses everything in his power to fuel him to be the best on the court each and every day. If that was a campaign he built with Adidas, rookie question mark, it doesn't matter. That perceived failure is something that will only make this kid better tomorrow.
Conley into the front court. His team on top by 13. Joe Ingles. Deep 2 there, won't go. To right. Shot from the lane, won't go.
And that's how you make a difference. Every shot that the offense takes, make sure that it has a 10 as far as degree of difficulty.
Mitchell, his first effort, off the mark. Short jumper won't go down. Conley. The Jazz with 4 on the shot clock. Conley to Joe Ingles. Going to launch beyond the arc. That's off the side of the rim, short. To Valanciunas. Jaren Jackson with the dunk. Jay, perhaps that's a start.
Those kind of plays get me fired up. That's a momentum play. They looked lifeless here in the first quarter, but a dunk like that can get your team going in the right direction.
Nothing going here on that drive. To Conley. Five to shoot for Utah. Jonas Valanciunas with the block. Some lineup changes now for both clubs. All by himself, creates his own shot there.
They're going to have to find answers defensively and quickly because he's carving them up in the first quarter.
Conley to Allen. Here comes the screen. The screen sets him up for two.
I wasn't necessarily sure which way that PNR was going, but I guess neither was the defense. That makes two of us.
To Jackson. Fires the three. He engulfed him that time.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
Trying to cash in. The shot by Conley, no good. To Jackson. Here comes the screen. With the fadeaway. Burns him for the basket.
Ooh, cool, calm, and collective. The 3 C's. His handles are effortless.
Conley into the front court. It's a 9-point lead. To Favors. Slam dunk, Derek Favors. They have set the tone in this one.
I love when I see offenses come out in beast mode. You attack that paint, you get to the rim, inevitably the floor will open up for you to knock down some threes.
Anderson to Jaren Jackson. Josh Jackson over to the right side. For three. That's off the side of the rim, no good. The follow won't go either. On the follow, way to stay with it.
That's a strong finish. Regardless of contact, finishing strong is key.
Across the timeline, it's Conley. The lead stands at 9. To Allen. Screen coming. Down low to Favors. Nice pace. Sets it up and slams it down. Jay, this is getting scary fast.
If you're the defense, you have to deny him the ball. Maybe throw a box and one. Maybe throw a zone. Maybe even throw the kitchen sink because he's putting on a show in the first quarter.
Here comes the screen. Has a look. It goes down. He improvises and scores.
Bread and butter. And there are few that can do it better off the screen.
To Favors. Short jumper won't fall. Basket's good on the follow. Way to stay with it.
As a player, there's nothing better than coming out in the first quarter and playing exactly the same way you played the last couple of days of practice. You're moving the ball, you're capitalizing on mistakes, and you really built a nice lead.
And the Grizzlies have the rebound. To Kyle Anderson. Josh Jackson. Five on the shot clock for Memphis. 4-3. Here comes the screen. Grayson Allen, work it down to Favors. Cleans it up. Grizzlies own the basketball. To Jaren Jackson. Right to Jackson. Five on the shot clock. Josh Jackson to Kyle Anderson. Fires the three, and he's fouled. Good play by the shooter.
You know what? That's an even better play by the defender. I like the foul there. Send a message. Nothing easy.
He's going to have to earn it now. First try at the line, no good. It's a second. One more coming. Just inside the arc. At the buzzer. Mike Conley. 3 for 6 now. Long key from three-quarters court. We're 1 quarter down in Game 4. Jay and I back with more after this. This is the first round of the West playoffs on EA Sports. Ed Cohen, Jay Williams with you as we get things started here in the second quarter. Grizzlies at the controls right now to Dillon Brooks. Reset here. Let's see what they do. Dillon Brooks. Here comes the screen. Has a chance. Won't go. He can do better than that. Another shot stays out.
And you hate to say this, but this is the reality of the matter. Sometimes it takes guys a little while to warm up into the game. Seems like they finally found their rhythm in the second quarter.
Beyond the arc for 3. Second effort. And that's rebounded by the Grizzlies. And he's fouled. And he earns a trip to the line.
Love the fact that the shooter created contact on the upward motion to shoot the basketball. Big time play.
Knocks down the first. No good on the second. It's a 1-of-2 trip. Conley into the front court. Lead stands at 10. Mike Conley, 4 out of 7.
I don't know if the scouting report has made its way out here yet, but if anything, it says you need to not let him get that close to the rim.
Memphis with the rock to Dillon Brooks. A couple of cracks at the line now.
I don't know about that one, Ed. I always thought your hand was part of the ball.
Dillon Brooks at the line for 2 shots. A career 74% free throw shooter. And hits the first free throw. Can't connect on the second, and he splits the pair. Conley into the front court. The lead is 11. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. That's off the side of the rim, short. The follow won't go either. Dillon Brooks to right. Shot clock winding down. Trying to cash in. It's Cephalosha with the rebound. Across the timeline, it's Conley. Looking to make something happen. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
The defender was actually in a good position there. They even made a decent play on the ball. But sometimes those bounces go the other way. Still, stay aggressive out there.
Mike Conley trying to cash in on a 3-point play. A career 81% free throw shooter. One free throw up and good. The lead now 14. It's Grizzlies ball. To Kyle Anderson. Sizing up the defense. Nothing going here on that drive. Here comes the screen. Anderson. Jay Crowder tips it.
Just incredible timing on that swap.
To Conley. Has a look. Wide open look. Won't go. To Dylan Brooks. Can't miss those. Conley into the front court. His guys leading by 14. Slams it down.
Like my old coach used to say, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. It's way too easy. Just keep attacking. It's easy money.
Whistle and a timeout for Memphis as they'll talk things over here in the second quarter. New blood coming in for both sides. Rudy Gobert. Oh, that's out.
Out of here. It always looks cool, but guess what? You're still on D.
Right. Grizzlies with 4 to shoot. And the rebound taken by the big Frenchman, Gobert. To Gobert. Right time, right player.
Can't teach height.
Goes to the left side. Nothing going here on that drive. Valanciunas. Has a chance. And the rebound comes to Conley. To Gobert. Jonas Valanciunas rejects it.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
Missed it. How'd that not go down? Donovan Mitchell with the rock. Knocks it down off the step back.
Clearly not afraid of the spotlight here because that was not an easy look.
Screen coming. Got it.
I could see the beads of sweat forming when he had to put the ball on the ground there. You still got it, though.
Mitchell with it up top. His guys hold a commanding lead. To Gobert. Rudy Gobert. Tough shooting. Only 2 for 6 after that make.
Because in certain players' mind, it doesn't matter if they're amongst the trees or not. They're always going to be the giant in the paint.
From long range. And Gobert hauls in the rebound. Conley into the front court. His guys holding the big lead. They get it down to Gobert. And a throwdown.
I mean, with so much talk these days about three-point shooting and the spacing on the court and having versatile athletic wings, sometimes when you have a dominant big man, you keep giving him the ball. You let him be that anomaly.
Nice pass to set things up.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays, no one wants to see that. You're going to lead the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
Jazz will take a timeout as they'll take a moment to go over things here in the second quarter. Both coaches dipping into their reserves. Changes coming onto the floor. To Gobert. Gets a look. Can't hit. Josh Jackson. Oh, good defense by the Jazz as they come away with it.
Come on, let's dig in. Let's really build this lead.
To Gobert.
And you have to remember that your hand is part of the ball. There wasn't enough contact on that play for the refs to blow the whistle.
Knocked loose. Jazz pick it up.
Keep your foot on the gas, but don't get too reckless.
Screen coming. Straight down the middle of the lane. Way to punch it home. This is becoming a runaway.
They're getting to the rim at will, probably because we're watching Matador defense. You probably want to get in the way of your defender if they keep trying to attack the rim.
Utah's got it. Bad pass taken away by the Grizzlies. Josh Jackson. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
People become so fixated on the hands or the arms or the strengths of the arms. I look at the legs. The strength of his legs help him power through that play. That's how you get and ones.
Free throw's good to cap off the three-point play as they draw a tiny bit closer. Jazz have the ball. Clarkson to Gobert. Short jumper stays out.
And that's next level defense. The defender took away the pocket space of the shooter. Now, as a shooter, they shoot hundreds of shots each and every day from that pocket with consistency. Now you force them to change the angle or the positioning of that pocket. You're going to lower the chances of them making that shot.
Knocks it down. And, Jay, so much better to get that shot beyond the arc than inside 22 feet.
And in today's game, you have to make shots like that. Nice work draining it from deep.
Ingles, guarded by Josh Jackson. Oh, he had it.
And this is where you know you have the offense right where you want them. Every possession, all you see them doing is complaining to the ref, complaining to each other. You're making the game uncomfortable. That's the mark of a good defense.
To Jackson. Five on the shot clock for Memphis. Using the post to his advantage there, and the finish at the rim.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice finish. It's all business.
Clarkson with the basketball. Up a dozen. Joe Ingles. To Gobert. Easy path to the rim.
The true measure of Rudy Gobert comes on the defensive end. He was all-NBA defensive first team and was tied for the lowest opponent field goal percentage at 43%. You ain't getting by that.
Mixing things up. Hockey line substitutions. Both teams making changes. Derek Favors. Huge block.
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
He scores on the step back. Jay, how did he get free?
I don't know what halftime evaluation will be worse, the ankles or the bruised ego.
Utah with the possession. Trying to cash in. And he knocks it down, Jay.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
To Valanciunas. Rudy Gobert sends it away. That's his third block this evening.
Blocking so many shots only gives your perimeter that much more confidence to really apply more pressure.
Josh Jackson. To Jaren Jackson. Deep left corner. Josh Jackson. To Jaren Jackson. Has a look. Count the basket.
You know, Ed, people don't understand. Tough shots are practiced every single day. With all these different contraptions out there to contest your shot, guys shoot 500 made shots a day. This is the new norm.
Josh Jackson. Short jumper won't fall. Jonas Valanciunas. 2 of 4 now.
Great job using that shoulder to create contact with the defender without hesitation.
To Gobert. Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
Woo, did you see that? Eyes to the rim, and the rest was all net.
To Jaren Jackson. Josh Jackson. Knocks it down from mid-range.
Did you see the way that dribble freed him up? It created so much space. I did, but the defender didn't.
Over to the right side. Joe Ingles. To Conley. The Jazz with 4 on the shot clock. Shot clock expires. 24-second violation. Here's a chance from long range. Textbook defense.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
Whoa, look what I found.
You know it's a bad block when somebody snatches the ball out of the air. Wow.
Joe Ingles to the basket for two.
And that transition offense was flawless when guys fan out and actually fill the lanes with a sense of urgency. You heard me correctly, a sense of urgency. You will get a great shot every possession.
He's looking for that touch. We reached halftime here in Game 4. Let's get you to Orlando, where we say hello to Jalen Rose in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Jalen.
It's Jalen Rose, and I've got your EA Sports Halftime Report. The Jazz worked hard for their halftime lead. They decided to make a statement in the opening half, and they did it by throwing down dunk after dunk after dunk. I think the rim is still shaky. Have a look at the leading scores. For the Utah Jazz, the Grizzlies were in need of a bit more scoring if they wanted the halftime lead. Of course, they still have 2 quarters to turn things around, but it won't happen without making some adjustments. These are the guys getting buckets for the Memphis Grizzlies.
Game trap. Points in the paint.
The Memphis Grizzlies have been too soft once the opposition has gotten the ball into the paint. Even worse, they refuse to tighten up and make a difference about it. These troubles started right away, and they also need to go away right away. They've also got to have to figure it out.
Player of the half.
Gobert was lighting up the scoreboard in the first half, and I'm not sure the defense will be able to figure out what it'll take to slow him down. He looks like he's in a zone. No one wants to be picked for this segment, but he couldn't avoid it. Maybe he'll turn things around in the second half. Here's our top plays from the first half.
Number 2. Number 1.
Thanks for joining us for the halftime report. The second half is about to get started.
Memphis, they've got it. To right. Here comes the screen. Jaren Jackson with the dunk. Whoa, he got up there.
Just showing you that 40-inch vertical.
Across the timeline, it's Conley. His guys lead here, early stages, third quarter. Here comes the screen. To Gobert. Reset here. Let's see what they do. Jumper's good.
Oh, man, you're not supposed to be able to do that with that size, but in today's game, dexterity and mobility are off the charts for bigs.
To Valanciunas. Jonas Valanciunas. He's 3 of 5, 60% shooting from the field.
That's a strong finish. Regardless of contact, finishing strong is key.
Joe Ingles. Oh, he's denied.
Oh, big man doing work right there.
Conley. Shot clock winding down.
Oh,
off the mark. He's made those before, but that was well defended.
The most important thing a shooter can do is continue to shoot. The defense is always going to give great effort, but it's more of your psyche that goes into the next shot that will limit you on whether you make the shot or not.
Mitchell with the basketball. Lead stands at 7. Favors to Joe Ingles. Has a chance. That's usually one that he'll knock down.
And Ed, these are the kind of games that haunt you when you're on your team bus and you're scrolling through social media and you see all the memes being made about you, all the clips being done about all your missed shots. That can only get you motivated to get back in the gym and get ready for the next one.
Conley into the front court. Up 5. To Favors. Joe Ingles. And he hits.
Might have had an extra dribble or two there, but he got the shot he wanted.
To Jaren Jackson. Won't go. Conley into the front court. His team up by 7. To Joe Ingles. Trying to cash in. Ingles shot off the mark.
I just love where this takes you into the psychological battle as a player offensively.
Ferocious slam inside.
This may sound cheesy, but sometimes you just need to sit back, get a tub of popcorn, and just enjoy the show, because that's what you're watching right now.
From the painted area, won't go down. Another follow, stays out. Nice follow-up on the dunk there.
Oh, man, did you see that swiftness? He dunked that thing like a tennis ball.
It looked like that in his hand. To Jackson. The drive, right to the basket. To the basket goes Jackson, but his shot won't fall. It's Jazz ball. To Joe Ingles. Takes stock of the floor. Joe Ingles. To Favors. Has a look. Add 2 points to the board.
You know what I like about this pass play? Instead of putting his head down and forcing the action, he patiently waited for the play to develop.
Lets it fly from long range. And in his face, Josh Jackson can't connect. Count it.
Rock-a-bye, baby. Oh, yeah, he rocked him to sleep on that one.
To Jaren Jackson. Josh Jackson. And that'll get out of bounds. Last touch by the Grizzlies. The opposing coach is going to counter. Make some changes of his own. Across the timeline, it's Conley. The lead is 11. He buries it, creating space with the step back.
Hey, one of the things I hear all the great teams say in the huddle, they say 1, 2, 3, no mercy. Now it's time for you to go even harder on the defensive end.
To right.
The 2021 NBA playoffs one-round games and highlights will be coming up next on Sports Boom Bang 2021.
Won't go either. Jonas Valanciunas. With that shot, he's 5 for 8.
Valanciunas giving you that size, giving you that length, a guy that can extend the defense. But you kind of forget that he was the 5th pick taken overall in 2011.
Jonas Valanciunas pins it.
This game is all about playing mind tricks on people. The offense is more worried about getting their shot blocked than they are about actually making the shot.
Gets it to go, and the foul.
And I know there's so much excitement about the play, but everybody looks at the player. More people need to pay attention to the guy at the end of the bench, the strength and conditioning coach, because this kid's been putting in the time and effort every day in the weight room.
Josh Jackson at the line for a chance at a three-point play. His career mark right now sits at 63%. free throw is good to finish off the three-point play. And the margin down to 8. Utah ball. Short jumper misses.
And that's next level defense. The defender took away the pocket space of the shooter. Now, as a shooter, they shoot hundreds of shots each and every day from that pocket with consistency. Now you force them to change the angle or the positioning of that pocket, you're going to lower the chances of them making that shot.
Almost, but no good.
Your contest was great because of your proximity to the player. You forced his follow-through to be cut short, which made him short on the shot.
Both teams tweaking their lineups. Here come some changes. To Valanciunas. Not that time. Tough make through traffic.
Defenders had no chance on that one. That's why we call it the elite tier.
Utah's got it. To Clarkson. Screen coming. Runner's good there.
Not always the first option, but his number was definitely called on that one.
Driving right to the basket. Shot from the lane won't go.
That's superb defense. That's a defense getting there from the weak side early and making the player short on the shot.
Conley to Clarkson. Has a chance. Just not going down.
The contest was good, but you being a nuisance was great. Continue to be that gnat that no matter how many times you swing at it, it never goes away.
Cleans it up. Nice touch around the basket with the tip.
And sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
Full throttle right to the basket for the deuce.
Bodies bouncing all around on that layup with the offense winning that battle. But if the defense keeps up that kind of pressure, good things are bound to happen.
Screen coming. And good work defensively as the pass is taken away.
You go back to the principles, things that we started working on when we were in first and second grade. It's called the shell drill. You stay down in the stance defensively, you try to deny the next pass away, and you have to communicate. If your conditioning is bad, you have no chance. But if you're able to do all these things together, collectively, you will be able to stop a great passing team.
Kyle Anderson has got 2 shots coming, shooting 66% in this contest. And he connects on the first free throw. So he hits the first, misses the second. Jazz have the ball.
Los Angeles
To
Lakers
Clarkson.
led Series 2-1 over Phoenix Suns in the 2021 NBA playoffs
Probing the
one-round
defense.
season 8 games.
And the 2. Rudy Gobert cashes in.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays, no one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
And finishes strong.
See, Ed, that's what I love. You don't need to conserve your energy. You attack that rim with ferocity. You always set the tone.
Screen coming. Shot's no good. You have to like the confidence, but that was a difficult shot. Here comes the screen to Kyle Anderson. Fires the 3. That's a tough shot for Dylan Brooks. No good. Conley into the front court. It's a 9-point lead to Clarkson. Gobert To Favors. Nothing going here on that drive. Gets to the basket, but it's no good. Here comes the screen. To Dylan Brooks. To Kyle Anderson. Down to 5 on the 24. For 3. That bothered Kyle Anderson. Well defended. Collin into the front court. The lead stands at 9. And abuses the rim with the slam.
An easy 2. Get back on defense.
Grizzlies own the basketball. Knocked loose. Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down. Jay, let's see if that's a sign for him.
Well, he's been pretty much non-existent the first 3 quarters, but when you have a play like that, that can get the juices going, and that can help you with your offensive rhythm.
Oh, good defense by Memphis as they come up with the steal. Anderson. To Valanciunas. Can't connect. To Gobert. Jonas Valanciunas able to recover with the block.
You know why? I don't see anybody on the defensive end standing up out of position. I see everybody squatted down, really active with their hands. That's the mentality that will lead you to where you want to go.
Series is now tied at 2-2 between Portland Trail Blazers and Denver Nuggets in the 2021 NBA playoffs 1-round season 8 games.
Defender was right there. He has to know better.
Misses happen. Don't put your head down. Let that motivate you on the defensive end. Use it for something positive.
And now he's going to shoot a few more as he's fouled going up for it.
You never really want to foul a shooter, but if you do, ensure they're going to have a tough time converting. That's good knowledge of personnel.
Oops, he missed the first one. Knocks down the second after missing the first. Deep 3 at the buzzer. 3 quarters down, the Jazz out in front.
Miami Heat wins Series 4-3 over the Milwaukee Bucks to move on to the 2021 NBA playoffs 2-round season 8 games.
It's Utah basketball as we begin the 4th quarter. You figured they certainly had the advantage coming into this one. Jay, that's how it's played out.
On paper, this wasn't set up to be much of a contest. If the crowd could have gotten into it early, maybe. But sometimes a team is so good that you never had a chance to even start.
To Gobert. Off the assist.
That's what I'm talking about.
New York Knicks win Series 4-0 over Atlanta Hawks to move on to the 2021 NBA playoffs 2-round season 8 games.
To Dylan Brooks. Surveys the floor. To Dylan Brooks. Grizzlies with 4 to shoot. 4-3. Gobert with the rebound. To Clarkson. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. And a nice finish at the rim.
You know, it reminds me out of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with the fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
Utah with the possession. Conley to Gobert. Goes to the left side. Probing the defense. Just off the mark.
The most important thing a shooter can do is continue to shoot. The defense is always going to give great effort, but it's more of your psyche that goes into the next shot that will limit you on whether you make the shot.
Brooklyn Nets win series 4-0 over Boston Celtics to move on to the 2021 NBA playoffs 2-round season 8 games.
Tyler Zeller, couple of free throws on the way. Shooting 50%. Some yes, some no in this contest. First try, no good. Off the mark. 0 for 2 at the line. Across the timeline, it's Conley. His guys leading by 14. To Gobert. Tyler Zeller snatching it out of the air.
Oh, he blocked that with authority.
Turn around, it's good.
And that footwork was absolutely off the charts. Just that space, splash.
Conley into the front court. Lead is 12. Down low for Gobert. It goes down.
I'm not sure that wasn't an offensive foul, but take it when you can get it.
Here comes the screen. Able to convert inside.
And ISO basketball is becoming a thing of the past. Team basketball is back. And if you have that personnel with the versatility plus the mindset, game over.
Clarkson to Gobert. And the finish. Slam dunk.
I know there's that old saying that says one man can't beat 5, but we're watching one man carry 4 other players. His back has to be hurting. Another big-time finish.
To Kyle Anderson. Down to 5 on the 24. Fires the 3. That's off the side of the rim, no good. It's Jazz ball. Conley to Clarkson. Count the basket. A lot of contact. No foul.
I don't know if the scouting report has made its way out here yet, but if anything, it says you need to not let him get that close to the rim.
Here comes the screen. Nothing going here on that drive. Beyond the arc for 3. That won't go.
And there's always so much talk about defense. How about offensively? If you continue to attack that shooter, now you're making him work on the defensive end. That makes him take his legs away on the offensive end.
Layup goes down. Well done.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
To Kyle Anderson. Here comes the screen. Anderson. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. That's off the side of the rim, short. To Clarkson. Nice pass to get things going.
Let me tell you something that nobody will ever talk about. Did you see him slow down right before he was about to go up? That slow change of speed, that slight change was just enough to throw the defender off.
Los Angeles Clippers wins Series 4-0 over Dallas Mavericks to move on to the 2021 NBA playoffs 2-round season 8 games.
We have both squads set to make some moves right now. From long range, it's rebounded by Gobert.
And you knew this game had a chance to get out of hand pretty quickly because of the communication. When these guys stepped on the court, Ed, they were yapping back and forth to each other. And that kind of communication, that kind of collective responsibility to one another, you feel that on the court. That's why this team is special.
Josh Jackson above the rim on that.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice finish. It's all business.
Mitchell with it up top. His guys holding the big lead. Here comes the screen. To Joe Ingles. Down to Gobert. And the Grizzlies able to clear the rebound. And he's fouled. Very close. Free throws coming up.
Okay, now we're on the home stretch, and you got a big lead. Don't let your opponent back in this game by giving up extra possessions.
Can't connect on the first free throw. Second one's good. Splits the pair. Utah ball. Jonas Valanciunas with a piece. And that'll be out of bounds. Last touch by Mitchell. To right. To Jaren Jackson. No, I missed a short one there. Mitchell with the basketball. His guys hold a commanding lead. Spinning shot won't fall. From the outside, no good.
I just love where this takes you into the psychological battle as a player offensively. Was that a great contest, or did you just miss the shot? But now you have me thinking about that the entire next possession.
Josh Jackson. And scores. Strong take.
Ooh, cool, calm, and collective. The 3 C's. His handles are effortless.
To Joe Ingles. Knocked it away.
Oh, some fans should take that ball home as a gift.
That's a souvenir. Time to shuffle things up. Clarkson. Five seconds to shoot. Here's a chance from long range. Missed it. The follow won't go either. To right. Here comes the screen. Right. Flushes it home.
Oh, man, did you see that swiftness? He dunked that thing like a tennis ball.
It looked like that in his hand. Conley into the front court. His team on top by 13. Joe Ingles to Conley.
Philadelphia 76ers led Series 3-0 over Washington Wizards in the 2021 NBA playoffs one-round season 8 games.
Shot clock, it's coming down to 4. Now down to 3 with the fadeaway. Burns him for the basket.
Old school equals high percentage.
Josh Jackson. Here comes the screen. Nothing going here on that drive. 5 on the shot clock for Memphis. Add 2 points to the board.
The reality is no one can guard a player at his level one-on-one. The help defense needs to be shown, and he needs to see a series of obstacles instead of just one individual.
Clarkson. And he drains it.
What a move. If you're on defense, you can't be caught flat-footed there.
Utah's got it. Conley to Clarkson. Scores from the post.
Woo, did you see that? Eyes to the rim, and the rest was all net.
To Jaren Jackson. Right. To Jaren Jackson. Nothing going here on that drive. Wide open look, won't go. Across the timeline, it's Conley. The advantage is 13. Stuffs it down with authority. At this point, if it continues, it just may be good night, Irene.
And ooh, I like that Irene line.
There you go, Jay.
And sometimes as a player on the defensive end, Ed, you need to draw a line in the sand. You have to find a way to change the narrative, because right now the constant theme has been too many easy buckets.
Jay, don't deny it. You're an old soul at heart.
Yeah, I still don't know who Irene is, though.
Me neither. Conley into the front court. His guys up by 15. To Gobert. Using the post to his advantage there, and the finish at the rim.
An easy 2. Get back on defense.
To Jackson. Jaren Jackson. To Wright. Here comes the screen. Trying to cash in. Deep 2 there. Won't go.
Oh, I see how you're playing this chess match. That's what you keep doing defensively. Keep baiting him and luring him into shooting that jump shot. Exploit him.
Conley. Bad pass taken away by the Grizzlies. Offensive rebound. And that's rebounded by the Jazz. Conley into the front court. He'll run the offense. It's the Jazz who come away with the victory. They've seized control of the 7-game series as they run out to a 3-1 lead. For my partner Jay Williams and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been the NBA playoffs on EA Sports. Find out more at easports.com. Until next time, good night.
Hey everyone, it's Jalen Rose, and it's time for the EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Jazz were solid in today's victory. They did plenty of great things, but we all know what's going to be remembered are the dunks. And you know what? I'm going to remember nothing but the dunks as well. Check out the leading scores for the Utah Jazz. The Grizzlies just couldn't get within striking distance toward the end of the game. I'm sure they can't help but feel frustrated with the result, but they can't let that feeling linger. Sooner than later, they need to start thinking about the next matchup. Here are the guys who put up the most points for the Memphis Grizzlies.
Game track. Points in the paint.
The Memphis Grizzlies were simply unable to avoid being soft on defense when the ball went inside the paint. Why they couldn't rotate properly, I don't know. They simply got outworked in this matchup. Their interior defense struggled most in the first half.
Player of the game.
Gobert seemed to think he could only score points with dunks in this game. Again and again. He kept throwing them down, and it was just astonishing.
Who was cold?
This isn't the segment you want to be in, of course, but even the best players find their way into this part of the show. These are the top plays of the game.
Number 2. Number 1.
On behalf of ESPN on EA Sports, I'm Jalen Rose, and it's been our pleasure to present you with some NBA basketball.